Uh, Here we go. She's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. on the Range Broadcasting Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got family country Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs, gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine, he's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia Hughes Show.
Hi everybody, what is going on? It is Friday. Am I here? Yes, I am. Do I look? My face looks swollen. Probably do. Probably do. Probably do. I had on glasses. I really did have on glasses. Did not have a problem Wednesday night at all. Tuesday night did not have a problem. Woke up Wednesday, and it felt like an eyelash was in my eye. No, not by a long shot. Here is the takeaway of it all. Leave your eyes alone. I mean, just being honest, this right here and rubbing it is you do more damage of scratching whatever's in your eye. You will do damage. So I can open my eye. I want to thank Melody that came over Wednesday right after I came back from the hospital. I mean, the doctor's office. She was like, "Ma'am, you really ain't listening." I'm trying to listen. Do y'all see tears coming out my eyes? That's because I'm not paying attention, but I'm trying to listen. It's you know what, Dave, get the show started because my mom went and got me wraparound glasses. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Dave. That is. Respect yourself and the dirt and the wind and the dust. Okay. Respect yourself with a mask and goggles and a hat. Respect yourself. You know what? A grain of sand. If all these analogies and all this stuff, it really means something. So if a grain of dust, a grain of sand can do that much damage, well, I had, what you call those people? Optometrists. Went there twice after we went back because it was not getting any better. So got there, they blew anything out what it needed to be out. By the end of the day, Wednesday, my eye was closed shut. What happened? We ran. Well, Dave drove right back there. And I know for the first time, these poor people felt sorry for me because the office was closed. And it was only two people in that office. I guess you call them a CNA. I don't know what the assistant for the eye doctor is. But that woman had so much pity on me. If they need crack for eyes, whatever that numbing medicine they gave me, that is, y'all need to bottle that and sell it over the counter. And another thing, I've never heard of getting refunds from a doctor's office. One more time, because we pay cash. We pay cash with everything we do. So when we went there, not knowing, we was just praying that we didn't have to spend any more money. But when they said, "Oh no, you get a refund," y'all give refunds out at doctor's offices. She said, when you pay your own bills, you do. So what do y'all do with people that have insurance? Y'all just bill the insurance. So your insurance goes sky high. But the people that actually pays, y'all give them a discount? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all for all doctors' offices that still take cash payments from patients. We want to say thank you so much because everybody don't have insurance out here. And if you could pay your way, no matter what it is, just take that chance, go to the doctor's office. What I'm learning, cash is king. They'll bump somebody else out of the way. One more time. If you're paying cash anywhere, listen to what I was saying. They will bump somebody else that has insurance out the way, or it was really an emergency, and this black woman with her black eye and puffiness, they didn't want me to lose my eyesight, so they said, you know what, just go ahead and give them a discount. Matter of fact, what pharmacy? Walmart. You going to Walmart? Yeah. Well, this medicine is very expensive. This is what the doctor, I said, "Doc, look, we pay out of pocket for everything." And the look that came across his eye, he said, "Good. You should get a real rebate with this one." He said, "Don't worry. This medicine will not be over $15. What in the world are you talking about? He said, "But if you had insurance, it would be hundreds of dollars." Somebody make that make sense. One more time. Somebody make that make sense. For the people that got insurance, well, y'all think y'all are saving money. You ain't saving what you think you're saving. And I did not know that cash people that pays get a bigger discount at the doctor's office. But hey, we're going to say thank you, Jesus. Thank you to Jersey Jack being the person that she is. Was like, girl, if you don't take your butt to the doctor, if you do not take care of your eyesight, you only get two eyeballs. And I can say that thank you for all that prayed for me. That won't happen again in my lifetime. I'm going to have three goggles on. I'm going to be like ESPN co-anchors that was fired. I'm going to protect myself very well. Go woke, go broke. Hey, Dobby, what's going on? Hey, there, Susan. Wow, girl, wow, wasn't it? Woo, was it. You talking about wow. I'm like, oh, my God, Dave, I can't see. I can't see. Woo. And that pebble hit the right spot. Honey, it drops you to your knees. Toothaches and eye pain. It dropped me to my knees. I was a big-ass baby. So any of these men out here, you think you can handle that? Good luck. Go on and take it. Because I don't ever want to deal with that type of pain again. And some of y'all got in my inbox, and I'm trying to read with one eyeball and misspelling words and everything. And y'all was like, Krisha, it hurts, don't it? You felt it too? Yeah, just, we's not going to do that no more. What, Dave? Thank you. You've been taking care of me like I'm this is the baby. He's really been taking care of me. Every time I get sick, I can depend on you. Thank you for being my friend. We traveled down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And he helps me wrap my hair. If we threw a party and invited everyone you knew, they wouldn't be invited. Okay, then they wouldn't be invited. We picking and choosing from now on, the people that you know. They I thought my family turned their back on me. Shit. Woo, Dave, what you do to these folks? I'm back over here. So I keep telling Dave, don't worry about it. You got a family over here. We might not look the same color, but I know my brothers-in-laws, the children and the grandchildren will ride out for Dave Kluken. His family, not so much. Our family, sure will. Did I burst some bubbles? No, it's the reality of when people can't get their way. Back over here. Hey, Melissa, what's going on? Hey, Miss Dobby. Hey, Geraldine. Thank you, everybody. That's incredibly scary. So glad that they took care of you. I paid cash. Somebody was going to take care of something. I'm just sorry. Yeah. Thank God they said, get her in here and get in here now. So I just want to say again, thank you to the eye doctors that did that. For someone that's just walking up off the street, the compassion that they showed. The two ladies at the front desk, they, like I said, they was brilliant. The lady that actually walked me through it all, because them just taking me in the back room and them putting me up on the eye thing, I thought that was $200 worth. The doctor didn't even touch my black ass shit, and I was like, holy crap, what is this going to cost? Because this right here is $200. That's what I thought. $200 worth of machinery and equipment and questions asked. And I'm sitting here like, who coming in here next? Can you just give me the numbing agent and we'll figure it out ourselves? Because I don't want a $500 bill, ma'am, because we're going to run out of here. Just like we're going to have, y'all got dishes we need to wash. Because if it was going to be anything over 500, I was losing an eyeball. Just going to throw that out there. He's an on-time God. Pocketbook's just like, whew. So thank y'all, everybody, again. Like I said, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court rulings. Everybody is really paying attention to three of the Supreme Court rulings that went down. The affirmative action struck down. You know, the website owner that don't want to, build websites, pretty much like the Christian Bakery. They was shot down. That was shot down. Also, what else? It was student loan forgiveness. That was shot down. And then what I ran across right now, and I'm just going to review the title. It's not three things the Supreme Court struck down. It's four. And then also, Mayberry sent me an article yesterday saying, I think it's the Netherlands are euthanizing not only people with disabilities and also autistic kids, but they're also been killing, euthanizing people with Down syndrome. This is a bona fide fact. This has been going on for a very long time. That is what they're trying to do in America. That when you finally have got tired of your parents and your grandparents and your selfish asses can only look out for yourself in your narcissistic ways, cannot take care of your own family and loved ones, you're going to be able to have that ability to cut the cord. Yeah, your narcissistic ways. I'm sure you would love to do that. Not take care of the people that birthed you. Not taking care of your family and your parents. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more narcissistic ass people out there that wants to go ahead and not put your family in an old folks home, but just get it over with all together. Especially if they got an inheritance or some money that you think they about to leave you. Where did I get it wrong? Where did I get it wrong? Because it's happening in America. I just had to roll my eyes at some of these people. You really choose to kill off your family instead of taking care of them. Ooh, and that tide has turned. Because trust me, what goes around comes around. And when you're on your deathbed and you're going to need your kids or your grandkids to take care of you, make sure you have that same mentality that you just threw your grandparents and your parents in an old folks home instead of actually taking care of them your damn selves. Lucretia, that's a touchy situation for me. Touchy situation. They gonna birth you and you gonna forget about them. Shh. You get whatever you deserve. Hey there, what's up, Miss Kelly? How you doing, Nana? How you doing out there? What's going on, Corey? How you doing? Hey there, Margie. How you doing out there? Hey, Teresa. Good afternoon. I scratched my eye. Boy, does it hurt. Woo! 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 Everybody close your eyes and get an eyelash up in there. Now, remove that eyelash and put a pebble, just a grain of dirt. Let it roll around in your eye while you're trying to find it eternally. I couldn't even do this. I couldn't even do that. And then you feel it just literally rolling around, and it gets under the folds of your eyeballs, and you're like, ooh, and then it rolls to the bottom, and you're like scratching and rubbing even harder, and then next thing you know, it get lodged right there where your tear duct is at, where all those veins are popping, and you see a little speck, but you know if you even try to dig your finger in there, you about to lose your eyesight. Let's go. Pretty much where I was, you could feel it. Oh, you could feel something in your eye. And if you ever had an eyelash, just pretend that it was a solid mass and you can feel it just scratching, rubbing around in there, and it feels like sandpaper, and the only thing that you can see is red straight across the in your eye. And that's what I've been dealing with for 2.5 days. I had a piece of metal. Dave had metal in his eye. He was like, I'm okay. No, you're not. You're crying. I'm okay. And then he said, woo, I can feel it. That piece of metal. Whoever sent Dave the welding kit, thank y'all. Y'all remember what Dave actually got a piece of metal, but it got stuck behind the eyeball. One more time, people, just in case you don't think that could get behind your eyeball, okay? It can. So Dave had a piece of metal stuck behind the eyeball. Mine was just floating around there doing damage. His had already crept back in behind. Ooh, child. Take care of your eyes. You only got 2. Okay. Hey there, Miss Barbara. I'm glad I'm better too, because I was a baby. Like I said, you had 2 ministers here. Mom talking about, you got some holy folks here. What are you talking about, Mama? I forgot. I had women come in, and we're going to have a prayer meeting that day. I'm getting out of the car. They done gave me Bibles, books, everything. Miss Barbara, they trying to talk to me. And they was like, you going through a spiritual warfare. I was like, not right now. I'm fighting dirt. I was trying to pay attention, Miss Barbara. I was quoting Bible and everything, and she was like, ma'am, you under spiritual warfare. I said, you see the tears coming out my eyes? I said, if I could whoop Satan's ass right now, I really would, but I'm fighting dirt. Fighting dirt. And I just, after an hour of crying in front of these women and really just closing my eyes and not being able to open them again, I just had to excuse myself and the Holy Spirit, and I was like, God, I got to go to bed. I said, these people, I said, these two ladies, they are really praying for us right now, Heavenly Father. They have given me books how to cast out different stuff in prayer. And I'm sitting there not trying to, ignore them, but the pain that was shooting in my face, I couldn't pay attention to anything they had to say. So I hope they didn't see that I was trying to ignore them. I was literally crying out of both eyes. This was closing up shut. This whole side of my face was red and black and blue, and it just started swelling up in front of these women. And I said, if this is a spiritual battle I'm going through right now, I said, excuse me while I crawled it to bed. And that's what I did. I just said, you know what? Thank you, Jesus. I'm out of here. I crawled to bed. So I pray those women come back. They wasn't a Jehovah Witness. Stop people. But I pray that they come back, because there's a lot of people out there been praying for us. And I felt like Wednesday was the worst day to come and try to prophesize over me, because I was not paying attention. I could giggle now, but I remember everything they said. But if these women came to pray over me, holy crap, could you imagine? I hope they didn't think that was Satan fighting against them, because I was trying to pay attention, Miss Barbara, but I wasn't paying attention at the same time. I know what they was talking about. I was in a lot of pain. They was like, Lord, she really got Satan on her. Honey, this ain't Satan, this dirt. But keep talking. I'm listening. I promise you, I'm paying attention. I really wasn't. I was crying. They probably thought that was me. Oh, I hope these women come back to my house. They probably was like, oh, but she needs prayer. It felt like a boulder. Felt like Dave punched me in the forehead there in a minute. It was a battle of rocks. I tell you, rocks. That's why I said I need to write a whole dang on country song. How you doing, Leslie? What is this? Oh, wait. No, that's a hypothetical thinking thing. But we're going to go ahead and say this. Donald Trump wins election in Oregon after being written in by voters. Anybody remember what I said I was going to do? If they try this goobly gop on Trump and they saying, he cannot run. Oh, I'm writing him in, honey. Yes. I'm going to write Donald Trump's name in. You mean to tell me that actually works? Okay, then. It says that there was a tie for the position of the Hubbard Rural Fire Protection District Board. After votes on May the 16th, in which Trump and 4 other people received 2 write-in votes each, there was 3 positions up for grabs in the board of 5 people. Incumbents Michelle Luna, Michael Willis were the only registered candidates, and both won another term. The tie for Hubbard Fire District Board Director position number 3 was broken on June the 23rd with a dice roll, and Trump won. The candidate who won the dice roll off was Donald Trump, and because he doesn't live or own property in the district, the next step would be determined if either of the other 2 candidates won the dice roll or are interested. So, Donald Trump right now have a 4-point lead against Joe Biden. Just a 4-point lead. Just a 4-point lead. But here's the bigger kicker. And I want to know from the people of Florida. DeSantis has went down in the polls. DeSantis has went down in the polls. What are y'all going to do? What are y'all going to do? Because you remember he came out. He's 32% in the poll. He in the 20s. Trump is going up. How y'all never Trumpers feeling out there? The Trump derangement syndrome people. How y'all doing? I mean, because it sounds like people is speaking all over again. It's just like Joe Biden speaking, saying that he has sold state secrets. But, that's a gaffe, too. When did he say that? In front of the India Prime Minister. Is that a gaffe, or is he really telling us the truth right now? That'll be fine. Hey there, Leslie. Hey, Patsy. What's going on out there, Miss Trish? I'm getting over there. Hey there, Margie. How you doing? I call BS Trump 24. I didn't pick out my shirt today. Dave did this. I said, just pick me out something. I don't care what you pick out, because I haven't got dressed in 2 days. Just pick me out an outfit. Pick me out a shirt. And now he said, what about President Trump? We got your back. And I said, we got any topics on Trump today? I said, I know we're going to talk about Supreme Court. We're going to do this. Well, I guess we do have a article. Now, these are not the shirts. that we're going to really be selling. Do anybody remember the original design? I like that elegant design of President Trump, we got your back. That is one of the things that we're going to have up there at the Kentucky Freedom Fest. Why? Because no one else has this design. And if you tried to bite it, I'd be like, where you got that from? Because I could go back 4 years, 5 years, and I had this shirt. So we will be having President Trump, we got your back shirts. Why? Because we do. I have his back. So if anybody else want to buy these shirts, they're over there on Etsy, and you can also wait until Freedom Fest, which will be in Kentucky. So these shirts will be there. People will be like, hey, you got any Trump gear? Sure. And they're not made in China. They made it by, what is it? Made in America, so by American. And matter of fact, that's gonna be part of my speech up there on that stage, and I'm gonna make sure I point up there to our booth so people will know. You can actually, once I'm finished speaking, walk straight up there and buy our goods. Yeah, I'm gonna sling that. Hey there, Krispy Kreme Crispy. Boo! I'm not at Faith and Freedom, so can I please boo him now? Boo, boo, boo! Krispy Kreme, Krispy. Krispy Kreme is soon going to take second spot from Ron DeSantimonious. I doubt that. Oh no, 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 no. Nikki Haley got a better chance than Krispy Kreme. He got booed at Faith and Freedom. He got booed after Ralph Reed. All these people are saying, hey, if you don't like somebody that's getting ready to speak and you feel like you're going to boo, please get up and leave the room, right? It's a religious conference, right? Right? So what I do? I stayed until after, Donald's finished speaking, and I got up because guess who was next? Mike Pence. So I was like, I'm not staying in here to hear Mike Pence, because if he say something negative about Trump, I would probably get the mooing and the booing first. So I got up and I left. I went back there in the green room where Mark Robinson and all them was at, and I stayed with Mark and them back there in the green room or around them. So the next thing I know is that, Krispy Kreme is getting booed, and it wasn't quiet because he got picked up by international news. He got picked up by Breitbart. It got picked up by Right Side Broadcast. But the only thing that I had questioned that day is that if you know this is a religious conference, why would you bring Satan in the room? One more time. If this is the religious wing of the Republican Party, and we know you are never Trumper and an elite, why did you think it was kosher to come up into a religious conference bringing in Satan? That didn't go well for him. He was the only one that got booed. Everyone else kept their mouth closed because they know you attack Trump in that audience, you're going to get your a well-to-do booed. And that's exactly what he got, a well-to-do booed. So I kept asking, hey, Satan, did nobody welcome you here? So why did you come? So that's what I wanted to know. A religious convention, and Krispy Kreme brought Satan in the house. I always wanted to know that. And he got booed very loudly, and I was proud of those people because I knew a couple of them. I mean, I wasn't in the room, but when they ran out and said, girl, did you hear us? I sure did. High five. They probably kick you out. You might not be able to go back in there, but hey, you did good. And they said, turn the other cheek. Which one? He got 10. Get back over here. Hey, Miss Evie, what's going on? Good pick, Dave. What did he say? Because this is the first day I'm not going to knock Dave. I have, when someone's worried, it's a crease right there in the middle of their forehead. And every time Dave has walked in the room since before yesterday, he always had a worried look on his face. So I knew I wasn't doing good and I wasn't cute. He was like, you look good. I'm like, dude, I know I don't look good, but I know you love me. So thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. Hey there, what's going on out there? We gonna get you Rumble and D Live. Hey, Susan, I had to sit and listen to Newsom last year. A fallen officers event for the sheriff. Couldn't stand being in the same airspace. And I get up and walk out. Or I won't go in. I'll get up and I'll walk out and I won't go in. It's just like at the church. If you want up the strip, one finger in the air, go on and leave. So, it's not disruptive to everybody else. But I know that I won't be able to control my face. It's just best for me. Why am I going to listen to somebody gaslight us on a continuous basis? At all. Anytime. I'm not going to have it. So I'm not going to sit there and even try to fake the funk that I respect these people. because I don't. The respect it deserve is earned. It is not freely given. So if I don't respect these people, I'm not finna sit there and listen to what they have to say. That's Kamala Harris, that's Joe Biden, or any Democrat. It's nauseating to sit there and have to listen to them. So I would pull a Marjorie Taylor Greene. Liar. So it's best for me not to go, because Dave pinch me. It won't be good. It won't be good at all. Hey there. I live in Florida and won't vote for DeSantis. Come on now. Come on, Patty. I mean, not at this time for president of the United States. But if I lived in Florida, I would vote for DeSantis as governor. I would. What the hell? I know the hell like hell you don't want a Democrat up in that piece. So right now, compared to any other Republicans in Florida, none of them has really like jumped out there. And if we're talking about the mayor of Miami that is running for president of the United States, he couldn't even run for even a state Senate seat or a United States Senate seat or even a governorship. He immediately said, hey, I did a good ass job with Miami. I'm going to go ahead and run for president. I'm sitting here like, you know what? But I think that's why the legislators in the state of Florida gave that bill out earlier this year that even though DeSantis is still governor of Florida, he does not have to relinquish his seat if he runs for president. I mean, it was actually passed. So if he doesn't win, he's still the governor of Florida. And I'm not going to say this. Shit, I would take him over Kemp. I don't give two craps. I would take your governor and your secretary of state, and I'll switch you. That's just, even damn trade. Y'all don't appreciate DeSantis for what he's done for the state of Florida. I'll take him. Let's do an even swap. You get Brad Raffensperger and Brian Kemp, and give us up here in Georgia, give us DeSantis. Shoot, at least he's trying to stop digital currency. He's trying to stop Fed Now. He's trying to stop the groomers. He's trying to stop all of this stuff. Are you gonna, agree 100% of the time with anyone in your life? That don't even happen in your own home. It doesn't happen. It just don't damn happen. So that's where I step in with the 80-20. Do we have some things that I'm like, but so do Trump. I don't agree with the peace in the Middle East because it's far-fetched. Okay, so I'm not gonna boo with that. I didn't agree with, warp speed. I didn't agree with any of the scamdemic. I didn't agree with any of thing. But I support Donald Trump. So if he's 80-20, I'm going to stick by the 80-20 man. And regardless if it's a big fight between Governor DeSantis and President Trump, you can't knock DeSantis for what he has accomplished in taking on the left and standing up to them. Yes, who's whispering in his ears? We see who's whispering in his ears. We see who's in his inner circle. We see who his campaign contributors are. We see this. But compared to what has happened in Florida, under his watch, and compared to the laws that the Republican Party have implemented on the books, I say, shit, you got a good governor. You got a good governor. But like if you don't think you have a good governor, you could take New York's governor, you could take Newsom governor, you could take Abbott, or you could take Brian Kemp. And then when you really know what you have, you're going to be wishing for that man back. But he has, I'm getting ready to go on break today, but you have a good, solid governor at this point. 80% of what I agree with Ron DeSantis has actually hit upon. It's stuff that I look at and be like, okay, but you can't knock what they do. And this is where we are a problem at. We'll dog them out. But anybody ever say attaboy, attagirl? When they do something foul, we pissed. But when they actually do something that's good, like the Supreme Court today with the 4 rulings in the last 48 hours, do we ever sit back and be like, hey, that's a good ass call. That's a good, attagirl. Boop, you did that damn thing. Boop, you did. Thank you for standing up for us. Appreciate it. And not just call them when we pissy. Have anybody ever just called them and like, hey, I just want to let you know that was a good vote. I appreciate you standing up for that vote. Yeah, you did a good job. Is that all you want? Sure. Just want to call you and say, girl, there's some out here appreciate what you just did. And you have a great day. We'll be looking for the next vote. Instead of, I don't like what you did because I ain't going to support you no more. Shut up. What about the goodness that they have done? What about the goodness that they are wanting to accomplish? What about the backbone and pushing them doing the right thing other than always dogging them out when they don't do what we want? So maybe if sometimes we can actually call these people up and be like, yo, we out here watching. We hey, you did that a boy. That a boy, you constitutionally wise, we appreciate that. You'll get collect more with that than like they hear that enough. So Ron DeSantis, like I said before, and then we're going on break because before Dave break his hand off, he's an 80-20. All right then, y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. I don't know how to explain it. He's just an 80-20. I'm sure they want Broward County across the state of Florida. Maybe just the lefties back and just turn it straight blue. I don't know. Hell, take Brian Kemp. Hey there, you can take the governor of Washington State, right? Inslee. I wouldn't want him either. Come on now. Sometimes it's add a boy, add a girl. Point him in the right dang on direction instead of beating them up all the time. I wouldn't even want to answer my damn phone either. DeSantis has been great for Florida, just not ready for president. Right? But I ain't finna change my mind on that. I've been saying this from day one. Even after the election, when lamestream media and people started throwing Ron DeSantis up in the Kool-Aid, he gonna be president. Bro ain't ready. He's gonna be president. He ain't a governor, but dang, he still got a lot to do for the state of Florida. Yeah, y'all gonna push him out there. Jeb Bush and them, and the Paul and Ryan's in them, and the Never Trumpers, and the Koch Foundation, Koch. Koch, whatever foundation, they all gonna throw money behind DeSantis and push him on out there and push him. It ain't gonna work. It's not his time. It's not. Christian, you can't tell nobody when nobody time is. Okay, fine. You don't want to believe me? All right, then fine. Just throw him on out there. Geronimo, just how that's working out. Okay, that's what I thought. Hey there, Trish. Hey, Patty, what's going on? You go, girl. The same boat that I am. I hate getting it back to jail, but the rest is all right with me, right? So everybody's like, oh my God, you've never said nothing about Trump. Yeah, the hell I have. Y'all act like I'm scared. If he effing up, tell him he effing up. But if they doing a good job, tell him they doing a good job. But the reason why I don't like peace in the Middle East, I've read Revelations. Who the hell want that? No, I don't want it in my lifetime. Can I die naturally without worrying about wars and rumors of wars and famine and the Antichrist, New World Order, new religion, all this stuff that's been foretold in the Bible? You mean to tell me I got to deal with this in my lifetime? Can't it wait till my kids and stuff? No? Fine. So he's trying to push peace in the Middle East. A 7-year peace treaty. Shoot, this ain't sounding like Left Behind the series. It's saying you got 10 countries getting ready to sign on to the peace accord. Oh Lord. Yeah. What countries again? No. Anybody heard of breaking that whole thing and desecrating that whole peace accord within 3.5 years? I'm just making all this up. Oh, it's a myth. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna believe the Bible. It's biblical, honey. It's biblical. Hey, Annette, how you doing? I want him to stay governor. Agree. 2028 will probably be better fit for him. I feel you. And he ain't my governor. I called this way in November. Like, bro, you got so much left to do. So you finna leave a vacuum out there. Make sure you got Disney. Make sure you have, all the lefties just run straight to Florida and tie that up. No, you're doing good. Run. You're doing good. But hey, I'm Trump. So ain't no hate in my game. Kudos to whoever got $10,000 to put their hat in the ring. Guess that's it. Hey, Susan, DeSantis should be backing Trump and putting our country first. He may not do well in 2028 if he doesn't support him. Well, that's up for DeSantis. First, he got to figure out who his friends are. Paul Ryan, them ain't it. Jeb Bushes and the Bushes are not it. The Koch family is not it. But he a big boy. He got a trip on his own. That's all I'm saying. And we're just gonna report the news and throw in our opinions about it. So yeah, it's Trump 2024 for me. So there you go. Not even Nikki Haley. And can y'all please stop calling out Carrie Lake for a vice president seat? Can y'all stop, please, please? I'm not gonna not be a what is it? A masochist. I don't want a female in that high position. Creations. Okay, whatever. Well, I guess I don't like women. Remember, Pence was over COVID. Trump listened to the info that he was given. Too many backstabbers giving bad info. And when you got Pence backing Ron DeSantis, come on now. Come on. I'm just waiting for everybody to do this. Just, where you going?
We blew by the commercial.
Am I on live?
Yes.
Dave, you didn't tell me I was on? You who the hell I'm talking to then?
No.
I need a whole new executive engineer. He did not tell we was back on. I'm sitting here holding conversations with Susan.
You never said go for the...
Did anybody hear Dave say 3, 2, 1? I didn't either. So I'm sitting, did I drop a cuss word? Did I drop the glitter bomb? You got to warn a sister. This is embarrassing, Chris Reed. I'm sitting here having a whole damn conversation over here with Troy Mitchell and Susan and them thinking I'm still listening to Paul Wall or a one. That was rude.
Gave me the go for
That was, that Trish, that was rude.
We never took a commercial break.
You-
You never slowed down.
Oh, you mean to tell me this whole damn time we didn't take a break?
Yeah.
I was just talking to my phone and ignoring people on my...
No, you kept talking.
Chris Brown, why y'all didn't tell me I'm on a break? I done ignored my whole camera and went directly to my phone like I always do. That's some that's bullshniggity. And then we're gonna get up and walk away like, damn it, she ain't gonna take no break. Tony Lee Blight, you ain't helping. Where's the time clocker person? The hell? Miss Barbara, your sound is low. You should have said something, Chris. We're at the bottom of the hour. What the hell B-Dub at? Somebody should have said something. Y'all know we supposed to be taking breaks every 28 minutes, and y'all just gonna let me keep on talking. And I'm thinking,
You saw my finger.
I didn't see Diddly Squat.
You saw my finger. You
Miss
said
Barbara,
we'll
you
take
better
a
come and
break.
get your son-in-law.
You said we'll take a break, and then you just
We
kept
supposed to take a break.
on going.
Did anybody say, Dave, we're gonna take a break, we'll be right back? And then I switched over and then continue talking like I always do. This ain't fair. Give these damn people a commercial break.
You did not say we'll be right back.
They need to see some Patriot Mobile, kind of, because that's the nation's only Christian wireless network. We'll be right back. So the reason why I am with Patriot Mobile, because they believe exactly what I believe in, and that is the Constitution. That is the Second Amendment. That is the freedom of speech. That is God, family, and country. So everything that I believe in, Patriot Mobile believe in it too. And once you go over there and you sign up for Patriot Mobile, the promo code is Lucretia, and you get what, Dave? Free activation. You better be glad I can't roll that damn eye. Throwing that. Hey, welcome back to the Real News with Lucretia Hughes, where Miss Barbara talking about transparency. Some things don't need to be transparent. You know, I don't watch what I say, and I'm trying to be not professional on other people's platforms. Come on down, Miss Barbara. You gotta hook a sister up and be like, Cretia, we can hear you. Oh, I'm glad you didn't hear me just fussing out Dave for the whole 30 seconds. He thought that was a commercial. Welcome back to the Real News with Lucretia Hughes, where she gonna get her foot out of her mouth and pay attention to everybody else yip yapping. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these Supreme Court stuff, because that was embarrassing. That was serious. He might fall out. My eye gonna fall out. Let's go with this. First Supreme Court ruling. Supreme Court eliminating racial discrimination, I mean eliminating it all. Why do they do this? Okay, fine. The Supreme Court demolished racial profiling, okay? Racial discrimination, whatever. It was affirmative action. Here's a question. If you can't score the basic scores on the SAT or any college entrance exam or even high school exit exam, how the hell you think you deserve to be in college when somebody that is way smarter than you, that studied all their life, probably made a perfect on SATs, get bumped out the way? I've always wanted to know that. For the Democratic Party, they always talk about equality. Then why do you always patting black folks in the head and making them feel stupid? I said them, stupid as hell, because you ain't finna pat me. I'll be like, get the hell away from me. You ain't gotta tell me that I'm smart. We know this. But I've never understood affirmative action. Never. The only people that I felt it actually helped was the Rainbow Push Coalition. And a bobblehead Al Sharpton that wanted to shake down corporations. But let me get the hell off and over there because that was too transparent too. Okay? Supreme Court handed down the definitive ruling against the use of racial preferences in college admissions, declaring in a 6-3 decision on Thursday, eliminating racial discrimination means eliminating all of it. Can we eliminate participation awards now? Please, please. If you just dumb, you dumb. Can we start calling people stupid again? Because there's a whole bunch of them walking around here with, awards that's saying nice try. Okay, keep going. It says a syllabus opinion of the Student for Fair Admission versus President and Fellow Harvard College notes that an exception to the principle based on Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution must survive a daunting two-step examination known as strict scrutiny, sorry about that, unless the discrimination is for a compelling government interest and is necessary to achieve it, it is unconstitutional. It says, reviewing the history of the precedents of the racial preferences which allow the limited use of affirmative action in college admissions, the syllabus noted the court has permitted race-based college admissions only within the confines of a narrow restriction, such as admission programs must comply with strict scrutiny, may never use race as a stereotype or negative, and must at some point end. What just popped in your head? New York City. Anybody remember the Asian communities being discriminated against, was it last year? Because they was too smart for their own good. Their children was too smart for their own good. So it was leaving all the other ethnic groups behind because they was not as smart as the Asian kids. So they started eliminating and stop allowing certain numbers of Asian kids in the school, and they started bringing mediocre kids. What do you don't want your child to be called mediocre? Get in that ass then, okay? Maybe actually be a teacher alongside your teacher, and it'll be okay. But it has started happening across the board. Case in point, 2 years in a row. Hey, black kids, brown kids. Hey, you too stupid. Don't worry about it. Testing, it should not be required for you. Yeah. We know math and reading and all of that. It's too hard for the black folks. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to eliminate it because we know it's not fair for y'all to actually learn reading, writing, and arithmetic. Because you know what? That is not fair to make you actually read. So guess what? We know y'all can't do no better. What the hell did you say about my kids? We know black kids can't do no better. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to have to amp it up and help all those poor little dumb and poor little brown and black kids because y'all just don't know no better. And us liberal whites and liberal blacks have to come in and make sure that the plantation is treating y'all fairly. Yeah, that's pretty much condescending the way I heard every time somebody talked to me that way. Be like, what the hell did you just say to me? Black kids are what? Brown kids are what? Matter of fact, stop calling them black or brown kids. That sounds stupid and asinine by itself. What did you say? They don't need to take tests because they can't study for tests. They can't equip themselves with tests. They really don't know where to get pen and piece of papers from. Hey, you need a record player because a record player, if you shut up. You really talking to children this way and giving them a skate in life, and you setting them up for failure. Cause of why? You get more money. Oh, no wonder I don't like y'all. Back to what I'm saying. It says the policy used at Harvard or by Harvard and the University of North Carolina failed that test. The court said their weaknesses were exposed when challenged by the advocacy group on behalf of Asian American students, who suffered the most from the racial preference policy. Okay then. It says, writing for the majority, it says Chief Justice Robert elaborated on the expectations that racial preferences have to end at some point. The importance of an endpoint was not just a matter of repetition, but it was the reason the court was willing to dispense temporarily with the Constitution's ambiguous guarantee of equal protection. 20 years later, no end is in sight. Even with the best of intentions, he said, the policies are unlawful. If your kid can't get into college because they just can't pass the test, then you fail as a parent. How would you ride in them? Oh, a D. Well done, Jacob. Well done. A D. I know like hell you didn't bring a D up in here. A B. A B what? A C. Oh, I'm tripping and scripping. Ask my grandkids, what you make this time? Grandma, I made A's and B's. Okay, way to go with the A's. Try a little harder on the B's. If you need any help, I'm willing to help. Call me. Papa DK is here. Your dad, your mom. If you need any kind of help, we will get you the help in your schooling. You will? Yeah. Why wouldn't we? We want you to have a leg up in life. Why would we pat you on the head and say, try harder the next time? No, we're going to sit there beside you and help tutor you for the next time so you will know. As a matter of fact, y'all don't have that in school? No, ma'am. What do y'all have? Summer school? Yeah, we ain't playing that around here. Pick up a book, matter of fact. That'll be great while you're down here for the next couple of weeks this summer. I'm going to need for you to lessen your activities on the television and on your iPad and actually pick up that book right there. So that's what I'm doing for them. He says, I write separately to offer the originalist defense for the colorblind Constitution to clarify that all forms of discrimination based on race, including so-called affirmative action, are prohibited under the Constitution, and emphasize the effects of all such discrimination. All citizens of the United States, regardless of skin color, are equal before the law. You didn't say what color in our bank accounts, though, sir. You might want to go back and elaborate on that one. Expand it a little, maybe. Okay, then, because this caste system is breaking a lot of people's backs. I'm back over here. It says that the solution to our nation or racial problems thus cannot come from policies grounded in affirmative action or some other conception of equality. It says racialism simply cannot be undone by difference of moral racism. Instead, the solution is incorporated in our Constitution that we are all equal and should be treated equally before the law without regard of our race. Well, way to go, Roberts. Way to go, Supreme Court. Ruling number 1. And I've heard for the latest of time, especially Whoopi Goldberg in the View, that's racist. No, your ex-husband in blackface. That's racist. What the hell are you talking about? Matter of fact, Joy Behar just darkening her skin and getting an afro. That's racist. But hey, she would never ever make a Nubian queen at all. And your Humpty Dumpty self wouldn't either. Just eyebrows would probably be the name of the game. So we all stop pretending that you are surprised if anything that come out your mouth. Hey, Wendy, I just can't do it. They needed to do it for jobs too. That'll be next. You can't rush it all there. Rome wasn't built in a day. It really wasn't. So this just opened up the door for another one. Guess what? The next time somebody, doesn't matter your race, you know that you was turned down for a job because of affirmative action, guess what's going to happen? They're going to take it right back to the Supreme Court. guess what's going to happen? It's going to get struck down again. And slowly but surely, all of it, everything that the Democrats have been hoopling and hollering about, affirmative action, is going to be struck down because the Democratic Party can't survive without racism. Lucretia, what you sit back for? I'm going to let that sink in. One more time, I'm going to say it louder for the people in the back. Democratic Party cannot survive without racism. They lose all ground. Anything they stand for is all rooted in racism. And matter of fact, they are the originators of this said racism to begin with. Just throwing it out there too. Okay then. Hey there, Wendy, what's going on? I can't believe the spew is still on air. Yeah, them cackling chickens ain't went nowhere. They ain't went nowhere at all. They ain't going nowhere. Just somebody go, she got to fall again. Back over here. Wait. Actually, that's good, Troy Mitchell. Look at Troy. The View co-host taking a hiatus will not air new live programs until July. Look at the faces. Troy, open up that article. Look at Joy Behart face. Look at Whoopi. For them to both have happy names, them some bitter bitch. Thank you, Troy. Bitter ass. All right now. Hey there. Amen, sister. All the way to the back. Democratic Party could not exist without racism. All the way to the beginning of the 1700s. No, they could not exist. I mean, they could not exist without racism. They can't even exist today in 2023 without some form of racism at all. Not on their merits. No, because nobody want groomers all up in their house. Not on we helps the homeless. Well, no, with fentanyl. Yeah, free drugs. You are the problems, okay? You are the problems. So, Democrats, you're really not really good for anything. Anybody can tell me on the Democratic platform what they actually damn good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Just throwing it out there. Hey, Jeanette, how you doing out there? I have nightmares. Yes, look at their face again. Whoopi stands for what? Joy to the world. Joy Behar stand for what? That's some bitter bitches. Okay then, I said I ain't taking it back. I am never gonna take it. Never gonna give them up. I'm never gonna. I ain't taking that back. I ain't taking that. They done called me worse names. They don't even know it. Hey, Anita, adults should be building children up regardless of race. No. What listen? Anyone can be anything they apply themselves and they want it. A little hard work can bring big results in life. We supposed to tell that to our kids. We supposed to that's where we step in at. But them, girl, no. If they can break the backs of children, there's no America. If they can destroy the foundations of a child's life, there's no America whatsoever. So if you got a class of people, a whole generation that think they don't have to do a damn thing and everything must be freely given to them, and as long as something triggers them that they can suck on their thumb and everything's going to be all right because somebody's going to come and save the day and they don't have to wake up to reality and anything that come out of their mouth is absolutely 100% bona fide, then when they really meet the real world, and they know it was set up for failure, that is when you could come and have other nations, strong generations, actually come in and wipe us out. It is what it is. I mean, seriously. And then we ain't building enough kids. So all these kids that don't want more kids, that's the end of a nation to begin with. Look at China with the one-child rule. They can't even repopulate their own world right about now. So now we're having the same damn issues in America because they tried to have the one-kid rule. Stop playing. You kill kids for free. Y'all were just killing kids freely. Well, it's my body, my choice. Shut the hell up. You are literally a murderer. You just killing kids for free. What was the excuse? Life was going to get too hard. Life was going to be not fair for you because you had a baby. You know how sad you sound. There's no excuse, none at all that I can accept. Lucretia, what if? You can what if it all. God don't make mistakes. And if there's a reason why you was going to be born, then there's God don't make mistakes. If you are valuable, you're not a clump of cells. And for them to spin it that way, to spin. That's what a child is. That is what life is. It's a clump of cells, and everybody that fell for it. Honey, you Satan incarnate. I ain't gonna say it no different either. Hey there, Mary, what's going on? They have a feeling they're on their way out, or in the grave. Hey, Dobby, what's going on? It's a shame Whoopi used to put out some good movies. Last movie she really put out, I could say that was really excellent movie. Jumpin' Jack Flash. 80s. Color Purple. Oh, dude, please. She did good under Color Purple. Y'all, you can. I like Sister Act. Why? Because our cousin was in it. He was the guy. He was the guy on stage at the end that had his. That's our blood. So of course I like Sister Act. But then it started getting redunculous after Sister Act Part 3, and I just said let it go. Let it go, let it go. Just like those eyebrows that has never came back. But I always wonder what it was. But never mind. Build them up as individuals alone. Why everybody think it's group thought, group think, group this, group. I'm sitting here like, I ain't got no twin. I got siblings, but I ain't got no twins. So why in the world do they think that we must think alike? We must mimic each other, and we must look alike. That's so asinine. He made us all individually and wonderfully made in his image. We all got separate DNA. We ain't even got the same fingerprints. So how in the world, because I'm black, I'm supposed to speak, think, and talk like all other black people? Why in the world must we all get lumped in by what we look like? Like I said, when they want to say that, oh, it's white privilege, this is a big-ass misnomer, because my husband is white and he broke as hell. So where you rich at? Where's the privilege at? I know a whole bunch of white people that live in trailer parks. Not too many blacks, but a whole bunch. Okay? So when all of this misnomer that is going to come out here and divide the races, how you going to divide the races when they all living in the same hood? How you going to divide the races when they all live on the same side of town? How you going to divide the races when they all go to the same schools? How you going to divide the races when you walk among them? How asinine you have to be to have that mentality to think God only created you and your skin complexion. Honey, ain't nobody, you're not superior over anyone. Even if you got many zeros in that bank account, your damn grave is still going to be the same size as mine. So one more time, what do you think, that I must take a knee, bow down, or drop my head because you think you talk to me? So when people understand, honey, please, I am that grain of sand. God made that point to me. We are all grains of sand. And if one grain of sand got in my eyeball and destroyed that, can you imagine if all of us grains of sand just came together and the wind started blowing, how blind we can make them? But we don't even want to do that, because someone always got to be right. Someone always got to be on top. Somebody always got to get the recognition. You will get that when you hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. Everything else should be your duty and your honor to actually get out there and say and do. And dropping your head and thinking they're going to counsel you. The only person can counsel you is you and your heavenly Father. Even Satan can't touch his anointing. So when you understand and realize that all these foul threats, you good with God, you good with yourself. All this stuff that you think you ain't gonna make it to tomorrow, there's a whole bunch of people that done held you down or thought you wasn't become nothing in life, but somehow you kept living and you kept going, and you're in a better situation than you was 20 years ago. So as we are at the end of the show, I want you to think about this. The first hour of the show, think about this. Who you are today is who your inner child or your small child would feel comfortable around. One more time. The person that you look at in the mirror today is the one person your inner child would have ran to if they needed help, is who you turn out to be today. I could see it right now in my life with my grandchildren and with myself. I am very comfortable with the woman I have became. So if even at that time, in 6 years old when I'm getting molested, 6 years old when I'm going through a whole bunch of shit in my life, if I had the woman that I am today to run to as a little girl, I would have ran to myself at this age. So at the age of 49, I know, looking back in my mind's eye, and that little girl that is still somewhere in a fetal position, You bend down to her. You pick her hand up. Tell her to look you in your eyes. I'm sorry I left you behind, but we made it. Take my hand and walk on into the future, because that little girl or little boy way back then that went through that trauma will take a look at you at who you are today, grab your hand, hold on tight, because they are more comfortable and happier with who you are right now at this time in this history than anybody else when they didn't have no one. So the person that you have become today, your inner child way back then that you left behind in that traumatic situation, is the same person they are looking for to save them way back then. But Dave said we're at the bottom of the hour. The first hour is over and done with. Y'all make sure y'all get over there to our Etsy store, Fallback USA. Remember, fall back to the Bible, fall back to the Constitution, or take 10 seats behind me, fall back out my face, because you ain't stopping nothing. And you can get over there to Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. We'll really appreciate it. We lost 2 days. But you know what? It is so great to be back with y'all. And when we come back, we will start the second hour of the show and get into the other 3 rulings of the Supreme Court. So I can feel my eye going down. I can feel it getting better. It's still prickly right about now, but I missed the 2 days that I wasn't talking to y'all, and I'm so glad y'all waited on us. So everybody, y'all have a glorious weekend. Do not forget that we will be back on Monday, but 4th of July, Independence Day, is next week. So I'm going to see y'all in about 3 minutes. Go ahead, Dave.
We are here to defend democracy.
Misinformation poses a threat to our nation's health.
Climate change is an emergency.
Democratic socialism.
Codify women's right to choose.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15.
My son was shot in the head and killed at a house party with an illegal gun. After he was killed, no one spoke up for weeks, but that's part of the street life. The gun control lobbyist claims their policies will save lives and reduce violence. Well, these policies did not save my son.
A crazed drug addict broke into my home, pinned me down on the bed,